Hey, welcome back to the channel, my friend, where we talk about what life is like in and around Bentonville. We talk about life in Fayetteville, what life is like in Bella Vista, really what life is like all around Northwest Arkansas. And today we find ourselves here on the Bentonville Square. Before we dig in too much, let me give you a definition for the sake of this video, what I'm classifying as downtown Bentonville. As it relates to the Bentonville Square, we'll be focusing on Walton to the west, J Street to the east, 14th Street to the south, and Tiger to the north. Of course, that's not an exact definition of downtown Bentonville, but hey, it's my video, right? Some things we're going to cover are certainly going to bleed outside of these lines, but for the most part, we're covering this general area. What a better place to start a video about a downtown area than here on the Bentonville Square. You know, squares have Roman, Grecian, and Italian roots all over the United States. Maybe you've heard of Times Square or St. Mark's Piazza there in Venice, Italy. All of these date back way before early English settlers came to Bentonville, and they created their squares as a place for commerce, people to be entertained, and community gatherings. Typically in the middle would be a well or monument. And of course, here in Bentonville, you can see that there's a Christmas tree behind me where thousands are going to gather here on the square to see the lighting of the Bentonville Christmas tree and of course the rest of the square around us. Other times of year, in place of the tree, we'll have an array of flowers, specifically tulips in the spring. Originally, in 1908, there was a monument of Confederate soldier James Henderson Berry set in place here at the center of the square until fall of 2020. Berry was later named as the first governor of Arkansas that came from Benton County, Arkansas. The monument now today has been placed at James H. Berry Park off the corner of Southwest 5th and F Street. You can go and see it today, but it was placed there midsummer of 2023. History is all around us here in downtown Bentonville. In fact, there are 34 houses, buildings, or monuments on the National Register of Historic Places. Some that are notable are the Benton County Courthouse, Benton County National Bank. I've actually been inside the vault of that one. The Bogart Hardware Building, the Peel Mansion, which is now a museum and botanical garden. A few more recognizable modern structures that you might see around today are, of course, Walton's Five and Dime, which is currently being renovated. The 21C Museum and Hotel, which is unlike any of the other hotels. They have multiple locations across the United States. And one of downtown Bentonville's most innovative buildings is right behind me. It is known as Ledger, the world's first bikeable building. Downtown Bentonville, and a little bit on the border of what we defined earlier, are Bentonville's 8 museums, while one of our most notable museums is Crystal Bridges Museum, which features world-famous art from American artists. It's really a sight to see and keep coming back to as their art installations change, and there are miles and miles of trails on the grounds to enjoy the surrounding nature. In downtown, you can catch a movie, check out a book from the local library, take a downtown tour on a low-speed vehicle, not a golf cart. You could buy or rent mountain biking gear. You could shop for Bentonville swag like the shirt I'm wearing. And of course, hop on the Razorback Greenway from downtown Bentonville to roll or stroll to world-class mountain biking trails. Bentonville being the mountain biking capital of the world and all. There goes another bike. Visit a park. Go ice skating. Splash in the splash pad. In downtown, you can pick up your groceries. Like any downtown across the globe, downtown Bentonville is a place where all of the events are happening. Of course, there's the regularly scheduled farmers market, but downtown Bentonville has much more than that. Every year, the First Friday event, called First Friday, is on the first Friday of every month from April through October. It's like a ginormous block party, including bands, entertainment, food, and fun for all ages. Don't be surprised if you need to park a few blocks away, as this is quite the popular event, especially with locals. Other events throughout the year include multiple running events like the Bentonville Half Marathon and the Goblin Run 5K around Halloween time. There's also the staging for the Little Sugar Mountain Bike Classic and the Big Sugar Gravel Bike races that stage in downtown Bentonville. Moving a little farther away from the square, some notable events include the Format Music Festival, Bentonville Film Festival, and of course the Bentonville Bike Festival. You may be asking yourself, Anthony, with all these amazing attractions, there's got to be a place to eat, shop, or even grab a cup of coffee downtown. You better believe it, my friend. There are multiple coffee shops, including Airship, Onyx, and the Meteor, to name a few. Now, some examples of local restaurants to tempt your palate: Table Mesa, Conifer, Preacher's Son, and Peddler's Pub, as well as a bunch of food trucks scattered around downtown Bentonville. Many people choose to live and work downtown because they love that type of lifestyle. In regards to working downtown, there's multiple different places that you can work downtown Bentonville, like Ledger we spoke of earlier. And of course, the world's largest retailer is located in downtown Bentonville as well, moving their home office location from this southwest corner of downtown to the southeast corner of downtown. As far as living downtown, that can range anywhere from buying a place of your own or renting an apartment. As in recent months, I've done some numbers for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at this chart. Living in Arkansas might be cheap depending on where you go, but living downtown Bentonville is not cheap, my friend. In fact, recent sales in the downtown area we have defined earlier of single-family homes has ranged from $272,000 to $2.5 million, and from $420,000 to $1.7 million for condo and townhome type living. $270,000 might sound cheap, but we're talking about a 1,000 square foot property on the far edges of the downtown area. Sure, there can be a trade-off from not having to drive for your day-to-day work or going to the gym. But of course, if you're traveling outside of the downtown area, it would still be nice to have a car or even an e-bike. And now you know a little bit more about what life is like in and around downtown Bentonville. Thanks for watching.